Hey YouTube! Welcome back to the shop. I'm Grib. This is Jason.
Hey.
We're working on a Predator 212 today because why the fuck not? Everybody else is doing it, so we might as follow along. Jason picked up a mini bike for his kid, a little Baja Racer. What was it?
Doodlebug.
A Doodlebug. For what? 20 bucks? With a little 96cc. We promptly burnt that up. Had a spare 212 lying around from a go-kart, so we threw that on there. But completely stock, even with the governor, all that shit. Yesterday is Harbor Freight Day, so I went down and the 212s were on sale for 100 bucks. So I picked one up, promptly ripped the governor and all that shit out. Watched some YouTube videos, Redbeard's Garage and Cars and Cameras. So we swapped that out, the ungoverned 212, onto the mini bike frame, and the kids are actually out riding it right now. My boy Tucker is taking it for his first spin on it, but it rips a little bit more. We got her up to 35 with a 12 tooth up front, 70 tooth in the back, so you got a 583 gearing on it with 14.5-inch tires. So we figure you get her up to, $5 grand, and you're in the high 30s, but I'm fat, so. So Jason's back here loosening up all the shit. This is the original Predator that was on it from the original go-kart. So he's loosening all this shit up. We're going to pull the governor out on this one. We're also pulling out the low oil limit switch because it is going to be on a bike. Climbing hills and all that stuff, so we don't want it to kill the engine while you're going up the hill. I know you can just disconnect it and all that stuff, but I'd rather just have the whole thing gone and out of there, so it's not a worry. So we'll be plugging that. The biggest thing though, and I don't know, Jason, if you've seen it, is when you watch these videos on the 212 governor removal, most of the people, they address the pulling the governor out and all that shit, cutting the arm. They don't really address a proper way to do the throttle. Hooking the linkage from that shit on top to the carb. And so I just did what I would do with RC aircraft. I just made a linkage and bent it to the shape that it needed to fucking be in. So we're gonna go ahead and yank that tank off, because that tank still has some fuel in it, but we're going to yank the tank and the carburetor at the same time so that we don't spill just fucking tons of fuel everywhere.
10 mil socket.
10 mil socket? It should be up here. So I just said in the intro that, hey, we'll film it later because the kids are out riding. Should we tell them what happened?
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think so.
So my son crashed the mini bike, put focus there, into that quad out there. While he was stopped, the red quad was stopped. So the red quad was stopped, and my son hit it. What are you gonna do? They are okay. If my parents ever watch this, well, nobody ever watches my shit, but. Alright, so we got the gas tank off. We got that spring, and we can actually take that governor arm off, and then you can disconnect. What you need?
Use a flathead.
There's a clip.
Oh, I knew that.
I don't. Oh no, that clip just holds the arm in place. Take that fucker out. And would you take that fucker out? Would you throw one bolt back on that carb stud to hold that carb in place?
You want me to loosen these?
No, I'm gonna cut that first because I don't want the metal getting into the crank. So we're going to zip that off before we open the crank up so we don't get any metal in the crank. Would you...
Totally.
hold it up.
Safety first.
Yep.
It's all separated up here.
Fantastic. That was actually fucking really easy. Okay. So we're also going to do the low oil pressure sensor. But this guy right now. The mile-long needle nose. Washer underneath that. Oh yeah. Okay, now right up in there is the governor itself. So you pull that little guy off and make sure you get that washer. Man, that's almost like I've fucking done that before.
Like once?
Like once. Fucking mini bike, go-karts, whatever, man.
Should I say Predator engine fever?
Come on, you motherfucker. That one was actually easier than the first time. That came out fucking way...
The clip?
Yeah.
The sear clip? Want to pull the handle?
right there.
There it is.
Okay, so then we need that 8 mil right here.
What are we doing now?
Pulling the low oil switch out.
2 bolts.
2 bolts. And then we're actually going to use the one. God damn it. Cam gear's right in the fucking way.
Crazy to get out every time.
I don't want to take it out.
I'm just saying. I'm gonna have to invest in a pair of those.
I love them, man.
Yeah. I'm thinking I like them too.
Okay.
12.
14. So, let's see. Camera can't fucking see that shit. Whatever the fuck that was. So right here, we're going to take the oil sensor out. Bam! You can see it down there. But here's where it comes through the crankcase and wires into this capacitor switch or something, I don't know what the fuck it is, and it plugs into the wiring harness. So all you got to do is disconnect it here, take that off, take that nut off, and pop that out.
Are you already loosening it?
Yeah. Let's see, hang on, crank's gotta come back. Yeah, rotate it a little bit. We'll stop. Okay, keep going. It's right there. Oh, shit.
Oh, we didn't get the,
Come here, you fucker. There it is. So there's that little fucker right there. We didn't get what?
the, shoulder.
Oh no, but I've got another setup. Okay. That may or may not be a horrible camera angle, but I'm not a cinematographer, so fuck it.
Is that as high as it goes?
Yeah. Roughly.
Yeah, it's a horrible angle. I hate seeing myself on camera. I mean, like, I know I'm fat, but I don't need to see that shit on TV or the internet.
Here, let's see.
Yep, still fat.
Well, here, I'll frame you as little as possible.
Thanks.
Right?
Winner.
Okay, so one of the bolts that you pull out from the low oil sensor can actually be used to go in the top where the governor arm was right there. So what I did on my other one is just a little JB weld around the threads, drop in the hole, make sure the hole's clean, make sure that's clean. Because you know you don't want to stick clean things in a dirty hole or dirty things in a clean hole. Yeah, because I was going to tap that. You could actually tap that out with a 1/4-20. The hole's the right size for it. And then you could thread a 1/4-20 into it and Loctite it. This will work just as well. Just for testing purposes. I love having fucking drawers full of nuts and bolts and washers and all sorts of shit. Alright, so we got bolt. We're gonna washer each side and do a O-ring. Fucking A.
No, you need that. Shit burns. Get it on the skin that you're not used to getting shit on.
Right. On your hands, no problem. On your leg, fucking ow.
Fucking ow. It's like using the old school shit to clean parts. What's that called?
Oh, the fuck solvent?
Solvent.
Yeah.
And while you're doing it, you know, you hear that run all the time. It makes you have to piss, so you go out and take a leak. 5 minutes later, your dick's on fire.
Yep.
I like that O-ring kit. Where'd you get it?
Harbor Freight.
Oh.
Huh. Fucking where I get just about everything anymore.
Where'd you get these picks?
Harbor Freight.
Oh. Where'd you get them fucking pliers?
Harbor goddamn Freight. Not
Holy
like we're
shit.
fucking, you know, not like we're sponsored by them or fucking anything,
Well,
right?
we might be after this video.
Shit, no.
Where'd you get this engine?
Fucking Harbor Freight. You know how many other assholes fucking have done and get all their fucking tools at Harbor Freight, and I don't know, maybe the fucking Cars and Cameras guys get them for cheaper because they buy them in bulk.
Well, maybe someday.
Fuck yours, no, because like their shop's like an hour or 2 hours away from fucking the closest Harbor Freight. So when they go, they get like 24 fucking Predators. Well then, go ahead and give that. That's good. Yeah, we'll just hit it with the fucking...
The zapper.
Mm-hmm. The fucking metal hot glue gun. Yep.
The Z-Electro.
Alright, so right up underneath here, underneath this throttle arm, there's a little hole right there. And there, we're going to go over to the butterfly on the carburetor. So you get that in spot, and then, let's see, make sure that, and that.
Want that all the way closed?
That is all the way closed, yep. And you take your Sharpie, and you go beep, just
where
right.
the hole is?
Yeah. And I'm going to take this fucker back out.
Then bend it 90 degrees off center.
And so, let's see if I can get it this way. Oh yeah, I did yesterday with fucking vice grips.
Where'd you get those vice grips?
Are free! Boom. Okay. See your vice grips right there at the line, and then we're just gonna fucking, man, you totally can't see that shit right there. And we're just gonna tweak that son of a bitch down, 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 like a cheap date on prom night. Fucking ouch.
Where'd you get that? That
What?
ouch.
Oh.
I
thought you were gonna say herpes. Cheap date on prom night.
Oh my god.
Not really. Alright. Now we're gonna fiddle with this some more. And just to make it fucking look somewhat pretty. That was like gonna totally shoot right in my fucking eye hole.
There it is.
Just a rack of that. See how well that fits. We might need to bend that a little bit more. Oh, you gotta, here, you gotta give it a little throttle to move that fucker out.
Come on, go back with it. There, now go.
Pull that carby off just a little bit more. It should just drop straight down into it, and then push it back. Fucking A, man.
Like you've done it once.
Just like magic. Yeah, just like I've done it fucking once. So doing it like that, you retain the linkage between there. Fucking face is totally not in frame. Alright. So you retain the linkage between the two, and then this is the original throttle return spring. Back here where the gas tank mounts, we're going to hook. So you got a short side and a long side on that spring. We're going to hook the long side and anchor it back here. The short side is going to be attached right here. We're going to have to drill a hole for that. So I got a 5/64 drill bit, and we're going to drill a hole right towards the end of that sucker for the throttle return spring to sit in. Bingo! So now I loop it underneath this throttle adapter plate. And wingo, that'll come up right there. And we attach the throttle return. What's that? Here, I'll just cut the hole. Alright, so you got the hole in the end, the spring, and all the way back. Dear Lord, does that look fucking hideously focused to you?
Well, it's trying to focus on 25 things at once.
Probably.
Can you do manual focus?
Fuck, I don't know. This thing's a piece of shit, man. Okay.
Did you get that at Harbor Freight?
No, this one was off the internet. Fuck, that might just be a better damn angle.
Did you get that at Harbor Freight?
Yep. Alright, so here's the return spring. Hooked to here, hooked all the way over to that bolt there. When we put the gas tank back on, that bolt bolts into the gas tank. Fucking flies. I think so.
On. In and on it. On the way.
see if you can push that fuel line up. Oh.
Fucking dick. It's hard enough. Ten socket.
So that's it. That's the easiest setup for the throttle. Now the next time you're going to see this engine, it's going to have a stage 1 done to it, which we could probably shoot for the YouTube channel here. Damn kids.
Went down to Craig and Megan.
Got otter pops.
Is there anybody home?
Yeah.
Megan just left. Craig left earlier.
Ah, fuck, I don't know. So yeah, the next time you see this this engine, it'll have the stage 2. We'll actually probably do the stage 2. And hell, now we've got another project of fixing the fender on Bubba's dirt bike. So we're gonna swap this engine back in and get it back into this mini bike frame, and then get it back running. Yeah. Fucking do all that like, comment, subscribe bullshit, then we'll see ya on the next one.
Spread the word.
Woohoo!